Today on Kicks Chronicles, we continue to talk life and kicks with the dynamic duo themselves, Jack and Max from FIRMED Fridays podcast. I asked the lads what two pairs of kicks they take with them if they were stranded on a desert island, and I do the old sneak attack and hit them up with a Jordan 1 sneaker battle. Their collective top three versus my top three. And lastly, I asked them the question, what does being a sneakerhead truly mean to them in 2024? This is Kicks Chronicles. Yes, my people, Big PROZECH back again, and you know what it is, man. Kicks Chronicles, your sneaker and lifestyle podcast. I'm your boy PROZECH, episode 91. We're here, we're live, and we're kicking, bro. Glory be to God, man. I'm a little bit under the weather, but God is good, and I'm thanking each and every one of you guys for being here. Whether it be listening or watching, I appreciate you. And also, I'd love to thank everyone that managed to tune in to our previous episode with the FIRMED Friday lads. Part 1 came out last Sunday. Now part 2 is coming out. This is the final part of our chat with the boys. Really cool, great guys, as you can all imagine. And if you are listening to this and have not had the opportunity, the privilege, the pleasure of listening to that first episode, you might want to go and dip in before you listen to this. So you get me? But all in all, really enjoyed speaking to the boys. This week has been a bit of an interesting week. Managed to have get some more interviews in the can, but the system that I'm using, I need to improve my system, man. I need to improve my setup. I need to improve my system. If you're listening, if you're watching, and you might want to sponsor, man, so I can improve my equipment, you get me? And even the system that I'm using to do my interviews online, bro. Yeah, man. We're taking on investment in the form of sponsorship. So if you're listening and that's your vibe, holler at me direct. PROZECH on all forms of social media, or email me kickschronicles@gmail.com. Gmail.com. I'll say that one more time. kickschronicles@gmail.com. We are taking on sponsorship. We need to improve the camera because every time I'm having to reset this camera, you get me? Not a little boy thing. It's a decent camera, but I need to improve the images and also get a better mic. Get me, so you guys can have a better audio experience. Similarly, I might need to upgrade my interview platform that I'm using, because this week these men have been waving. They've just been on a madness. I had an interview this week, and yeah, it's just been going left. I had an interview a few weeks ago, and it's still uploading. And I'm like, is this a problem on my end, a problem on the guest end, or is it a problem with the app? It's never happened before. You know, these are the things that just really frustrate you, because you might talk to somebody for 2 hours, but if you can't get the actual data, if you can't get the actual footage, what's the point? And that person thinks you're a waste man because their stuff don't come out. The same thing happened to me. I had a really good interview with a content creator, somebody I really like, and I still haven't been able to put their interview out because the audio quality was wow, and at the time you're recording, you can't hear that, and it's just I keep on doing this, and I know you guys can hear it, so I'm gonna stop doing that. But yeah, these are the pains of a podcaster. But this is not what this episode is about. I just wanted to vent a little bit to you because you guys are my family. You get me? Same thing, Kicks Chronicles 100. Things are happening. You get me? Things are definitely happening. I can't announce anything yet. So you're going to have to hold fire on that. There's definitely going to be something happening. And it's going to be pretty amazing and cool. But everyone's just going to have to hold fire until all the ducks are in a row and my alarm is going off, and I'm not stopping. I know you guys can hear it, but I'm gonna keep on going because it's annoying me that this has gone off like 3 times while I've been trying to record this intro. And maybe it's just telling me that it's time to move on. So yeah, let's talk about the guys, Jack and Max, Firm Fridays, part 2. As I said, it's been amazing, boys. It's been emotional. This week we sort of culminate that interview. We get into a little bit more of the avant-garde questions, you know. My favorite, desert island kicks, what the boys would do if they were stranded on a desert island. Very, very interesting question. I also sneak attack. You get me? I threw in the old sneak attack. You get me? Because it was a sneak battle. They thought they were going to come on the podcast and it was going to be jiggy. They thought they weren't crossing into enemy territory. You get me? I wanted to let them know that I don't play games like that. And if you're going to come to my podcast, they better be ready. They better be armed. You get me? So that was fun. Jordan 1 sneaker battle. We will definitely let you guys be the judge of that. But I think I 30. You get me? I think I just 3. I think it's that simple. But that's just my simple, unbiased opinion. But the guys were great sports. I think it was fire. You get me? And obviously I asked them what being a sneakerhead in 2024 means to the firm, our boys. You get me? So all in all, great interview, great end to a great interview. Really, really enjoyed having the lads on the podcast, and hopefully we'll get the opportunity to have them on again at some point in the not too distant future. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really, really does help, and I really do appreciate it. 5-star reviews, need those. If you do want to get in contact or you just want to reach out and give me a critique, throw it under a 5-star, and I'll always watch, I'll always listen. If you want to send me something directly, kickschronicles@gmail.com, as I said earlier. And with all of that being said, this is Kicks Chronicles. I'm your boy PROZECH, and this week, in the final part of our interview, we have Firm Fridays, Jack and Max, and I hope all of you enjoy. Alright, lads, what we're going to do now, because you've kind of given us a little bit of history in terms of Firmed and how things have happened, but like, give me your sort of opinions now you've been in the culture for a little bit. You've been sort of going to events. You've been putting out your content. Firm Fridays is now available to everyone up and down the country and across the globe. How have you found things in terms of your sort of content creation and social media journeys?
Yeah, wow. We'll have 2 different backgrounds to this as well. Yeah. So I was very much like a bit of a drama kid at school. Like I was in like school production, stuff like that. I used to be.
I like that.
I was like the front man of a band as well. Like I sometimes release a little bit of music every now and then. But for me, this didn't feel easy, but it felt really good to start making stuff. Because like we went through COVID, and like I've maybe went 4 or 5 years where I didn't really do anything creative. I just did my day job. Like I kind of gave up on that side of my life of doing something creative and doing something that I like. So coming into like the YouTube world and maybe the content creation world, things like that, it's felt really good for me. I think it's not my comfort zone, but I thrive quite well.
You are good.
Being dramatic and being, putting on a show and things like that. I know it's a little bit of a different story for you, isn't it?
Yeah. So for me, I've created content online before. I play the drums. Well, I don't anymore, really. I kind of give that up. But I used to post videos online and stuff like that and try to grow a personal brand for my music and my drumming. And then that kind of really fizzled out. And then the only thing with social media was kind of this and FIRMED. And I think you touched on how you're really like kind of extroverted when you talk to people. I mean, it's part of your job. I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I remember the first episode of Firm Fridays, man. That is a tough watch. I was struggling on camera, and
mate, there's a bit in the first episode, bless you, that I always reference back, and there's a bit where like I've done a little bit of an intro, like we didn't really have a script, we were just kind of winging it. We still do actually, and there's a bit where you go, all good,
oh man,
and it's like.
It'll haunt me forever.
It's one of them.
Yeah, but man, going to the events as well and chatting to people, it's really, that's really cool. And I mean, I sort of struggle sometimes to like talk to people or even be on camera or something like that. But everyone's super friendly, man.
But you've got so much better at it. Like, so we started making the content to almost like supplement the reselling. So we were doing like reviews to sell the shoe, right?
Yeah.
And you went from just not being able to talk at all, and to now us doing an hour and a half long sessions with other creators and stuff like that. And to be fair, mate, to answer your question, like we've been on a bit of a journey with this, and we're like I say, we know that London's where it is, but to be honest, like neither of us like London. Like I wouldn't move to London to do that. I don't not like it. It's just it's not like I'm from the countryside.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Different.
Like it's very different to what we're used to. But then on the flip side of that, like we went to one Kicks and Coffee. Joe invited us down to the second one. We've been to the third one now, and like we went to that first one, we met a load of people, and then we came back down for the third one, and we knew people, and people knew us, and it felt
100%
incredible, mate. Like just the fact that it wasn't the fame, it wasn't being popular. It was just the fact like people want to talk to us about what we like doing. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't the fact that people wanted to talk to us; it's the fact that people related us to what we like doing, which I think is probably the best place to be in. Like for my day job, like I like my day job, but I wouldn't want anyone to know me as that role. If you know what I mean. Whereas this role, and I'm sure you're the same, mate, like people knowing us for just talking about what we like, what we enjoy. That's it, isn't it? Like it's
amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like one of the like it's like I've got various different passions in my life and God knows my heart, like family comes first and all of that other stuff. But in terms of like the joy that I get, there's very little that comes close to when you're in that type of environment and that people are just they're happy to see you because of your contribution to the community. And that's what I was going to say in terms of you guys. You are contributing to the community in a positive way. I'm saying you are providing useful, educational and entertaining content that is servicing a thriving community, and it's important. And so like we should appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right. Massively.
I think as well, like because I don't really use a lot of personal social media. No, neither does Max. Like we don't really upload like our personal lives or anything like that. We do we do FIRMED, like all the social channels there, but we don't do it ourselves. So for me, like one thing I had to get past when doing it was I felt unwelcome in the community, but only because I was making myself feel unwelcome because I thought people wouldn't welcome me. I know that might sound I might have explained that wrong, but like once you join communities like this where people just want to talk about the same thing, people do just want to chat.
100%.
Chat, that's literally it. So I mean, I guess my advice to anyone who wants to do a creative thing like this or, be part of a community, contribute to community is like the only people who can make yourself unwelcome is yourself to begin with. Like don't exclude yourself from conversations. But big up, bro, genuinely, like big ups to you, big ups to everyone who we meet going to these events who like just want to have a chat and like just want to hang out. Do you know what I mean? And it's really nice. And
everyone's there with open arms, innit? And you get to you feel comfortable. You're welcome.
Yeah, and we're really early on in our where we want FIRMED to be, right? So
kind of like 7 months in, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, there's a big road ahead for us as well, like which I'm really excited about. But I can't thank the people we've met and the community that we found enough for just rocking with us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
awesome.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's amazing, lads. That's amazing, lads. I think it's important when we get these opportunities to sort of reflect and sort of give our assessment of the culture, because unfortunately, from some people's perspective, they've got like a bit of a negative view on the sneaker culture, like it's maybe a little bit snobbish or elitist. I think elitist is probably a better term, but it just feels like people are a little bit aloof, and if you're not hitting a certain criteria, don't have certain kicks, or you don't have a certain level of collection, you don't qualify. And that's one thing I've been seeking to sort of tear down ever since I joined. And to be honest, I've had no pushback, because ultimately I don't think anybody really wants to live in that world. You get me? Because it's not viable. Like, if we want this thing to continue to grow and thrive, if we want the sneaker community to continue to be as sort of its biggest and truest and best self, we need people to want to be involved and to buy shoes and feel like they can buy shoes. It's what we were kind of alluding to earlier in terms of like, I don't feel like I've got the confidence to be able to pull that off. Like, we need more people to feel the confidence to be able to buy a Jordan 4. To not feel like there's a barrier to them buying a Jordan 4 or a Jordan 1 or anything, because they just don't have a million other Jordans in their home, and they maybe don't know the story about him taking that buzzer beater shot or whatever. Like, you don't need to know these things in order for you to like these shoes.
I think that is so much, right? Because we started reselling in 2022. We were sneakerheads before that, but we weren't deep ingrained in like the history and the lore of what went on, right? So like, we're still learning, and if you ask us like our favorite pairs and stuff, there's a big recency bias there, because the pairs we got to hold were the ones that like we could get a hold of in the past maybe 4 years, let's say. So yeah, I love sneaker historians, right? I love people who can reference when stuff came out and this, that, and the other, but we're not those guys. Like, we like chatting.
We learn though, innit? Because we got. I think honestly, we didn't know why the bread was an iconic. Well, we knew the bread was an iconic colorway, but we didn't know why.
Yeah,
we learned, and it's really cool to find that sort of stuff out, man. And it's all about learning, isn't it? Right? You're not going to know everything, but
100%. Sometimes, people come on this podcast and they'll mention a shoe, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. I have no idea. And the thing is, it's one of those things in your mind. Do you play it off and act like you know, or do you just say, no, I literally have no idea what you're talking about, and just Google it? And 9 times out of 10, don't get me wrong, there's been a couple of times when I played it off and I've acted like I've known when I'm not, right? 100%. But 9 times out of 10, I'll be like, no, I don't know that shoe. Because the truth of the matter is, right, maybe it's because I'm a bit older, but I don't have to pretend in terms of like what I know and what I don't know. I think people have an assumption that I know a lot more than I do. And I'm all right with that.
You know what as well, mate? Like, I watched one of the Kicks Chronicles episodes. It could have been a few months ago now. And I tell you what, bro, it was the first time I'd ever heard of Saucony.
Snap.
I think you were talking all that sneaks.
All that sneaks, bro. He's see, when you talk about historian, now you're all that sneaks, bro. You get me? He's a historian. He's an historian. Yeah. I was just trying to keep up.
Yeah, no, fair. But I'd never heard of Saucony before.
But is it Saucony or Saucony?
I think it's actually Saucony.
Saucony. Is it?
I think it's Saucony. I think.
But I noticed those.
Yeah, I think it's the name of a river or something like that.
I don't know that much. I don't care that much. No. But yeah, I actually really like those, and I've never seen them before in my life. So being able to give that knowledge to other people is really cool as well.
Yeah, that's a big thing, man. That's a big thing, and I think it's important. I think we both do that, right? I think we all do that. I should say, in terms of giving people the understanding of the issues, what they represent, what the brands have done in the past, just so people understand what's important and what's not. Just so people just like, because you always sort of, like, we talk a lot about older kicks, but we always bring it to the modern day. In my mind, I'm thinking if somebody was watching this for the first time, I'm not making any assumptions about their knowledge. I'm just gonna give it to them in a way that I hope would bring them along that journey and help them to understand. So at no point they feel that they're just lost. You get me? I mean, obviously at certain points you can get stuck in the weeds and start doing deep cut after deep cut, but after a while there's only going to be a certain type of person that's watching or listening to the podcast, and if you want to grow, it's not going to really work, is it? So we need to open up and make it available to everybody. But I'm really happy in regards to sort of like when you were talking about how you felt about the community and what and sort of like how things have been for you. And I even get where you're coming from in regards to sort of like maybe projecting that sort of negative stereotype. But I also commend the fact that you still went into it and you were open-minded enough to realize that, no, that's not real. There are good people in it. And especially, yeah, I think I've experienced similar, because I'm saying it's hard to not. Look online and you do see a lot of negativity, but when you go into it and you start putting stuff out, you get a lot of positive vibes back, and it's a good feeling, man. It's a great feeling, in fact. But Jack, Max, you guys have been sick. Like, this literally feels like we've been talking for 10 minutes, but it's actually been quite a significant amount of time.
Oh man.
So I need to. Can you imagine? So we need to start winging our way to the end, and I've got a very special question. I think I've already asked you, Jack. I don't know if Max answered this before, but I'm gonna need you to rinse and repeat. I'm gonna ask you a desert island kicks. It's one of my favorite questions. Featured quite heavily on the Kicks and Coffee 3 that we were both attended recently. And thanks, lads, as well for the support, because when you see a familiar face in there and you're chatting up there, you need all the help you can get. So thanks for answering the question.
You killed it. You were the guy to do
I
that.
appreciate it.
You were the guy to do that. You look so in place, like master of the ceremonies, big pro.
Yeah.
Oh wow, no, I appreciate you lads for that. But yeah, guys, man, you're stuck on a desert island. You don't know how you got there, but you got 2 pairs of kicks with you. What 2 pairs of kicks you have with you, and why?
I can't remember what I said last time, because you.
Neither can I, G.
Yeah, no, bro. You literally grabbed like us out the crowd and was like, "So there's an island kicks," and I was like,
oh man,
There's definitely a tape somewhere. I haven't even put out half of the stuff from Kicks and Coffee, but yeah, we'll definitely rehash that. But yeah, man, we need a fresh pair now.
Is it 1 pair?
Is it 1 pair each or 2 pairs each? Or
Yeah, 2 pairs each.
All right, so I mentioned it before. I'll go with like Yeezy 500s for my first pick.
Cool.
For pretty much as we said, like they're quite versatile. They're quite chunky though as well. Like they're going to keep me safe.
Right. Okay. So for me, you've got to think, right, survival. So I'm going to be going fishing. You've got the foam runners on. You know, we don't want our feet getting soggy, right? But I mean, if they have to, I'm going to be wearing foam runners, right? So we're going fishing with the foam runners on. And then my dailies are going to be some Air Max 95s, 100%. That's my daily.
Yeah, 95 guy.
When I'm like,
yeah, Max is a 95 guy all day.
Yeah, you are. You love 95.
Yeah, picking coconuts and stuff like that, I'll be in the 95.
Yeah, you can mash down a coconut in a 95.
Yeah.
Massively.
Yeah. We need to start thinking about utility here. Like, what can you use as a, like,
we'll take the 95 off. Bang. There you go.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Fishing, foam runner. Perfect.
For my second pair, you know what? If we're going full comfort, One of the comfiest pairs I've ever had is a Puma RSX.
Oh, I think I know what that is. But is that the one that looks like the Wave Runner?
Wave Runner. It looks a little bit like a Wave Runner, yeah. Puma RSX.
Yeah.
They're one of my favourites, one of my comfiest shoes. Their sole was so squishy, it was almost like memory foam. So if I had to wear them all the time, I absolutely would.
Yeah, that's decent. I think in each of your sort of scenarios, you've covered everything that you probably need to cover in terms of protection, sort of hard wearing, but like stuff with like solid foam and like and hard wearing outsoles. Like you need to break something, you can break something. You get me, man. But yeah, Max, the foam's definitely like they feel. Whenever I answer the question, I always normally do say a foam because of their sort of land and sea sort of abilities. Like, so I definitely vibe with you on the foams as well. But yeah, great answers, lads. Yeah, there's no wrong or right answers to these things. You know how these things go. They whatever answer comes out is fine with me. But
Answer differently every time.
like, yeah, and this is what's been happening to me. People have been asking me the question, and I can't remember what I've said, so I just answer differently every single time, which is fine. So, guys, now it is time for quick fires, man. And with these quick fires, I just need you to be of one accord, and I need you to just deliver it from the chest, like no dilly dallying. You get me? So yeah, guys, if you're ready. I'm saying that we can run.
Are we ready?
I don't know. We've got to be ready. Come on.
I think, yeah, we're going to have to.
Come on now.
Let's do it.
Come on now. All right, G's. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Nike or Adidas?
Like,
New Balance or Adidas?
ooh. I'm going to say Adidas, and it's mainly because of the collaborations.
I'll go with you on that. We spoke about the collabs.
We'll
So it's got to be Adidas.
All right. This is another one because we mentioned it earlier. Saucony or New Balance?
New Balance. I don't know enough.
No, that's fair. Can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Yes or no?
No.
Are we talking socks and
It's not negotiable.
What about my backpack? What about my backpack?
You know what?
And my night shoes maybe.
You know what? I'll allow a backpack, but no is the answer.
But let's say no.
Yeah, if we're talking actual items of clothing and not necessarily like the tier one accessories, then yeah, it should be a no. But yeah, I do get where you're coming from. Sometimes it's a little difficult. I think Joe actually said something which I think was absolutely amazing. He said, "If I can't see it, then I'm gonna let it slide. But if I can see it, you're going to jail." I think that's fair.
3-stripe joggers that lead into a big Nike swoop.
See, that is the highest level of like homicide you can commit. Like what I was saying, like you're going under the jail. That is corporal punishment. But like honestly, if like I think if you're wearing some like Nike boxes and like no one can see it, and you got some Adidas on, like I feel like I'm all right with that. I mean, you'll know, but we won't know, and really the issue is us seeing it. So maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. Maybe it's okay. What were the last sneakers you won on the Nike sneakers app?
Veneers. The Nike Dunk Veneers.
The Dunk Veneers, nice.
J Pack Chicago's today.
Oh yeah.
Early access, cheeky boy. All right. People are on different levels. I'm just not on that level. It's not on that level yet. I just need to work harder. Right. If you have one, what is your Jordan number?
1.
3.
Nice. YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
YouTube.
Instagram.
Sneakers, kicks, or crepes?
I'm going to say sneakers.
I like kicks. I prefer kicks, but I think I'd have to say sneakers because the amount I say it.
Yeah.
But if I were to choose one that I could make everyone else say it, it'd be kicks.
I say sneakers way more than I thought I would.
Yeah,
Because it's
me
normally
too.
like an American thing, isn't it?
It's true.
But
It's
the more I've
true.
been doing this, the more I'm like, sneakers is fine. Like, I'm going to say sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm not that bothered. Because someone corrected us. Someone put trainers in one of our comments when I kept saying sneakers.
I never say sneakers in front of my dad. It'd be game over. It'd be game over.
Yeah, I feel like I should add trainers into that, but I mean it's rule of three, so I can't really do it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
all good.
trainers. Like we used to definitely. I grew up saying trainers. We never said sneakers. I grew up saying trainers. And I think sometimes it still slips out, but yeah, I think we've all been sort of Anglo-Americanized. So there's a lot of sneakers and kicks knocking about, but I'm easy. Spotify or Apple?
Spotify.
Favorite collaboration?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Union Jordan 1, the black toes.
Oh. Maybe it's got to be Yeezy and Nike. That was a big throwback.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, that's massive. Vans or Converse?
Converse for me.
Vans. I might say Vans.
All right.
Yeah.
Laces or slip-ons?
Laces.
Default laces, or do you do patterns with your laces?
I don't do patterns, but I think it's called lazy lacing, where you just kind of leave them out the side.
Fair enough.
I don't really know how to like completely reconstruct them, but I do like adjust it.
I'm a default guy.
Yeah. Similar. Custom designs or straight factory settings?
Factory settings.
Retro or innovation?
I think
Retro.
I think where we are now, it's innovation for me. But that's wishful thinking. I want to see innovation, but I'd probably choose retro over it. We'll say that. Like,
I get you. It's a tough. That's a tough one.
We'll go with retro.
Firmed is going with retro.
First, Firms as a collective is going with retro. Yeah. Flip flops or sliders?
Slides, yeah.
Slides. Socks or barefoot?
What?
Are we wearing shoes?
You know what? This is going to sound absolutely mental. I prefer barefoot for the main reason that I would rather buy a brand new pair of socks every single day than wash a pair of socks.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting statement.
My brain's not programmed to be able to do that much washing, so
it's a lot.
Yeah,
socks are so long, man.
Socks are so long.
They're so long. Socks are so long.
I went out of the house for just like 5 minutes barefoot. No, but I was wearing shoes. But no socks. Is that a bit bad?
Do you sleep in socks?
No.
Yeah, too right.
I can't sleep in socks.
Yeah, no, come on.
Nah, mess up my circulation, man. Socks are constricted, man. But you have to just wear them. I think it also preserves the shoe as well if you wear a sock. But yeah, I've definitely worn shoes. Like I think like my beaters, I can wear them without a sock. I don't really care. But it does feel different. It definitely feels different. Okay. Comfort or style?
Comfort for me. But we're firm, so we can't say that. We've got to decide.
Because for me, right, to this day, I'm not 100% sure what my true shoe size is. I know that sounds mental.
You don't.
But I'm rocking from like 9 till 10 and a half, 11.
Really?
Yeah. Because I buy stuff just based on what I like.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, no,
Your feet must be doing this, bro. Your feet are literally.
there's barefoot people who are like, yeah, we don't even wear we don't wear shoes around the house. We wear these barefoot shoes, which has a sock for every individual toe. And
Yeah.
like it's big. Like, nah, I'm not. But like, yeah, like I donated a pair to Resole the other day, and they were an 11 and a half Air Max 98, and I was like, who was I kidding? Like who?
11 and a half. That's basically my size.
Yeah,
I've
even
been literally version of my size. Jeez.
Yeah.
Like I've got an 11 and a half over there somewhere. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I'm going style. I'm going style.
Man, I'll go
Obviously,
style.
yeah. Obviously.
It's very different.
Yeah, that's very different.
That's all good. That's all good. Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
Fresh and clean. As in our kicks or like,
Bro, it's life,
Yeah,
man.
or our armpits or.
I prefer to be beat.
Yeah, probably kicks. We'll go with kicks.
Nah, we're
Yeah,
fresh.
right. I prefer my beaten and battered pairs, but I'd choose fresh and clean, I think. Yeah.
Fresh and clean. Washing machine or hand wash your kicks?
Hand wash.
With
Rejuvenator.
Shout out to Rejuvenator. You know what I'm saying? Rejuvenator, who else is there? Sneak Supply, Jason Mark, all of the good ones, all of them available. Yeah, people, look after your kicks and wash them properly. People have been trying to bring me over to the washing machine. They've been trying to do it.
I heard that at Kicks and Coffee.
They've been trying to bring me over. You get me?
I would do it. I'm not against it.
I think there's certain shoes that it makes sense. Like, I think it wouldn't make sense for anything that's like got a real leather upper.
Yeah.
But like, there's something like this.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like,
I get that.
You literally like chuck them in the washing machine. I don't think it caused too many issues. Because it's essentially a sock upper. It's predominantly a sock.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm coming round to it on certain silhouettes.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
no, I'm not totally against it, but
I'm happy with washing machine.
yeah. Lows, mids, or highs? Coffee.
I'm going. I know what I want.
I know what you want as well, and it's lows. So I'll match you on that. I'll go with lows.
Cool.
Go with the lows. And then last question in this section is triple blacks or white and whites?
I'm going triple black. Are you going triple white and white?
I'm going white.
Ah, man. I like really like matte black stuff. Like a backpack of matte black. Like my notebook and my pen are like black. Like I like having. It makes me because I work in like the tech industry as well for my day job. Like Apple makes some really nice matte blacks and some like metallic blacks and stuff.
Clean.
Yeah,
nice clean aesthetic.
I'm happy to go.
Nah, we'll differentiate. Yeah, but you've divided FIRMED on this one.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Firm Fridays on the Fridays, but other times you're just two regular guys, Jack and Max. So you know what I'm saying? You can like different things. So you've completed. It's fantastic, lads. You've completed your quick fires. But you thought you were gonna get away with it. You thought you were, I'm just saying, I know, I can see it in your head. You thought you were going to get away with it. You think I'm going to let the FIRMED Friday lads, from up north, come on this platform, right, and get off scot-free without a sneaker battle, G.
We tried to throw in some...
Bro, I wake up for this. I'm born for this. I want to battle, G.
Let's do it.
I want to battle.
Ah, man.
You get me?
We faked.
I want a battle. You ain't going nowhere, G. And I'm saying we're battling. Before we get into the last question, and everybody knows what it is, we're gonna battle.
Cool.
Right? And I'm saying like fair's fair, right? You've thrown it out there, and we're battling Jordan 1s. We're battling Jordan 1s.
So I think I've been thinking about this a lot about where, because I knew this was coming. I knew it was going to be a battle, and we were like, we had to put the defenses up.
Yeah.
We had to raise the drawbridge.
Yeah.
And lower the pull.
Wow. What the roses chat. I love it.
Yorkshire. This is Yorkshire, brother. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready, man. I'm gassed. Jordan 1 as well. I'm Jordan 1. Like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm saying like a lot of bravado, a lot of I'm saying like confidence coming from the Firm Friday boys, right? Just so you know, in this particular instance, I will let you go first. But just in life, know that I'm always first, right? But just because of benevolence and you being my esteemed guests, I'm gonna let the Firm Friday boys go first. So you're gonna go first, I'll go next, yeah. Anything you say, I'm not gonna say it. These are gonna be two completely unique top threes, and the people will decide.
Right. All right. So we had a good chat about this, and you'll sense a theme throughout all of our pairs.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm fairly confident with them, actually. Max, I'll let you do the first.
Famous last words.
One, we're going to start a little light, but something that I really like. Okay, the Jordan 1 Low Atmosphere Grey.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Honestly, the next shoe that I'm going to pick up is going to be that one. I think price, you can buy it for under retail as a consumer. You can buy it under retail on the secondary platform, right? The quality.
Atmosphere Grey.
Giving Travis Scott vibes. If you can't afford them, right, that is expensive. They're just a sick shoe. They're just so nice, and I love.
No, I mean it's a it's a nice shoe. Huh?
We're testing the waters with the Atmosphere Grey, right?
Yeah.
We know you got heavy artillery,
bro. I'm coming for you, man's next. Pause. Like I'm literally gonna. Like if this is the game you are playing, you are about to go down.
We represent the people.
Yes.
The consumer. We represent the people, the consumer. You.
That's a good shoe.
You're big brother in this instance. You're the overlord.
Alright. If I'm the OG, I'm gonna play my role correct.
Yeah.
Right. First and foremost, yeah. If you're shooting, you better only shoot to kill. Yeah. Jordan, you know what I'm saying Jordan 1s, number 1, the Chicago. That's off the table. I'm taking that. I'm taking the Chicago.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, you got to do.
Of course, I'm taking the Chicago. That is the best.
Yeah, I've just talked about this shoe too much to not even mention it, right?
Yeah, so
it's a personal thing to me.
On the Atmosphere Greys, absolutely. Like we've mentioned it so many times on the podcast, we had to bring it on here. For anyone who watches Firm Fridays, you can come here and know we represented the people.
Yes,
I respect it. I respect it.
I go.
Yeah.
We stood there and represented the people. But yeah, mate, we went through this list like a massive amount. The Chicago was on and off it in every variation. Yeah, it's the GOAT. Yeah, the Chicago.
It's the one.
It absolutely.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. For me, it's the best.
So
right,
that's Max's personal favorite, the Atmosphere Greys. I want to talk about my personal favorite, and you'll sense the theme just after you hear this. The Zion Jordan 1 Lows.
Okay.
The Voodoos is what they're called.
Yes, I remember them.
2022, 2023. Yeah. And I
think fairly recent. Yeah.
They're so interesting. Like they've got like a bit of a story to them, right? They're sewn together. You could pick them up really easily as well on sneakers and a nightcap and things like that. So our second pick is the Jordan 1 Low, sensing a theme. Zion's the Voodoos.
Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, fine shoe, lads. You get me? It's a fine shoe. You get me? Shout out to Zion. I was saying lost a little bit of weight. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. I need to do the same. The shoe is good. It's a good shoe. But I just wanna just check with you guys, right? Did you guys come to win?
Well, we are here.
People.
We're here to represent the North, the low income
Okay.
Oh,
where we've all
He said the low income.
mines.
oh, man.
We've dragged ourselves from the mines to the Nike outlet, where we'll be
Picking these pairs up.
where we'll be
You get
picking
me?
some Jordan 1 low atmosphere grades, and we will
Atmosphere grays with pride. You get me? And the tear in the eye. Okay. So we've got atmosphere grays and we've got voodoos. I mean, I'm sport for choice because like you literally you're leaving everything on the table. Personally, I'm going.
Which
Go on.
Chicago were you picking?
I'm good. So okay.
Yeah.
See these guys, yeah, they're actually they're playing around like, oh man, we got atmosphere grey. Right, yeah, I know what you're doing. Because how many Chicago's are there, right? So I'm taking, right, let's be fair about it, yeah, right? I'm taking the original Chicago and let's remove the lost and found because it's a reimagine of the original Chicago. So if you want to get something else, I will allow it. I'm not going to let you just take the same shoe, right? That's off the table, right? But there are other Chicagos that are significantly different. I do acknowledge that. And they're still up for grabs, potentially, because I have to make my pick. Huh?
I don't need another Chicago. We're going to win on the backs of the hard-working North.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you keep telling yourself that, all right? Okay, so then my next shoe is a personal favorite. My personal favorite. It is the Travis and Fragment Jordan 1 Low. Yeah.
Nah, bro, because we were going to say that. See, that was going to round out the trilogy.
Man. That's a trouble.
You get me?
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Cat amongst the piggers.
Team talk. We've been absolutely smoked. We didn't expect this level of heavy artillery from PROZECH.
We've been obliterated. Like the coconuts.
Like the coconuts on the desert island. So we're going to have to just play wild card.
What's the wild card?
They got the book out.
Go.
Guys that are listening, they've brought out the notebook. I love this, by the way.
Cool.
Okay, I think they're back in the game.
We're back. So, in all honesty, that's what we were going to say. We were going to do a full pack of 3 lows, ending with the Travises. Our final pick, Max. What's our final pick?
I hope it's the same one. Because we just pointed.
We pointed at a big scribbly list that we made earlier. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course it's Jordan 1.
Oh yeah. Right.
Cool. So we're going to go with.
You do it.
We'll go with the. You know what? I'm going to go with the Union Black Toes. We mentioned them earlier.
Well played.
I kept it in the back. I wanted to do a trio of 3 lows, right? But you
I know.
Man.
Pro ruined it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Union Black Toes.
Yeah.
Super clean, they're constructed really well.
Nice.
It's one of the instances where I think branding doesn't ruin a design because Union have a really nice, subtle way of doing it. But you can tell it's a Union shoe.
Yeah, you guys have absolutely smashed that because that would have been number 3. That would have been number 3. So yeah, luckily, I mean, I've got an extensive list. Jordan
There's
ones
got
are pretty,
reinforcement.
yeah. So I've got a couple of reinforcements. But yeah, the Union Black Toe. So I mean, the blues are calm as well, but the Black Toe is just impeccable. It's an unbelievable shoe. So yeah, well done for that. That's the right answer. Finally, took 3 goes, but you got there.
Bro, we're gonna get so mocked in the TikTok.
Oh yeah,
comments.
it's gonna be
We're gonna
hilarious.
get demolished.
These guys, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a specific post. Specifically, I'm gonna put out the video, but I'm gonna put out like another post just highlighting specifically what we've chosen, just so that everybody knows, like, clearly these guys. Yeah, I'm saying, like, this has been fantastic for me. But yeah, the Black Toe is hard. Black Toe is crazy. There's a lot of places I can go with this. I've said a Travis already, so I'm not gonna say another Travis. To be honest, I'm gonna leave that Travis on the table. The Travis High, even though I think it's like a fantastic shoe. My favorite Travis is that Fragment Low, so I'm gonna stick with just one Travis. But and I've got the Chicago High. I could go band colorway. Could have another Chicago, but I feel like once you've got the original, you don't need any other iterations. I think I might. Now, this might be controversial, right? In fact, I feel like it is controversial, right? And some people are going to say that this is a bit of a money grab. But in terms of like exclusivity and to be fair enough, a very wearable colorway if you can get it. I respect £8,000 to £10,000. I'm talking about the Dior Jordan ones.
Fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've brought the heavy game. I tell you what, I'm not a massive fan of the Dior's. Like, I get the appeal. I really do get it. But for me, like, I don't know enough about Dior the brand to be like, yeah, let's.
Yeah, no, I get you, and I don't know if I don't even know if I do. To be honest, I like the colorway. I just like the colorway, and I liked how kind of subtle. I mean, obviously they've got their print on it, but I mean, it could have been done in such a more garish way. I feel like when it came out, you saw it everywhere. Since then, you've not seen it very much at all. But the way those brands came together was very, very seamless. And you've kind of seen it since then with brands like Tiffany and others. And even Louis to an extent. I think Louis was done quite well, but the Tiffany, it's not always going to be a hit with these brands. It's not always going to be a smash hit. And I don't think the Tiffany is a terrible shoe. I just think it doesn't really reflect that customer. Whereas I think the Dior, I can see a Dior customer wearing that Dior Jordan 1 because it just looks like a luxury shoe.
Tiffany's being an Air Force One as well. It was a bit of a.
It was a little weird because I don't know if it's the same for you guys up north, but in London, a black Air Force One, that's the guy robbing the jewelry store, not the guy going in to buy stuff, mate. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't the smartest move from my perspective. Don't get me wrong though, still a nice shoe. It's just in terms of whoever they were consulting with didn't really give them the full sort of like connotation of a black Air Force One. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Still a very good shoe though. I respect it. It's just like the story changed when they said we were going with a black Air Force One. Yeah, that's an interesting. It takes it from being okay, that could be a cool collab to now the story is they chose the wrong shoe. Still a fine shoe, but it's completely the wrong shoe.
Those friends and family pair they did.
Yeah, it was better. Yeah, it was better. It was just better. It was better. Like, they flipped it. And to be honest, 100%. I think the issue was not necessarily the colorway, more so the silhouette. You're going with an Air Force One. I think somebody in Tiffany must love that silhouette because it's a fine silhouette. It's one of the best silhouettes. It's probably the most beloved silhouette in the world. The issue is it's so bulky, it doesn't give elegance
exactly.
and sort of like the refinement of jewelry. It just doesn't, it's not, that's not what you're getting from that. You get that from a Jordan 1. You could probably get that from even an Air Max 1, potentially, right? And there's certain other shoes, maybe even a Dunk. There's certain shoes that customer would naturally gravitate to because of sleeker design, right? Not an Air Force 1. It's just not that one. But I mean, it is what it is. That's my top three. That's your top three. And obviously, when we say top three, we have to throw in caveats because we do follow rules. If they mention the shoe that I wanted, I couldn't put it in mine, and vice versa. But I feel like I've got a good top three. I don't know about you.
Listen, you're the tyrant. You're the tyrant. We're the rebellion. You're Vader. You're Darth Vader. We're the rebellion.
No, fair enough. Yeah, no, I take it.
People will decide.
Because
This is not
you need, yeah, you need a good heel sometimes. You need a good heel. Someone's got to play that role. And I'm saying, like, I've got big money. You get me? With brash. You get me, man? Ostentatious out here, man. Just debonair with it. You get me? There's a lot of heavy hitters on my thing. So yeah, no, I don't deny the feeling that you have towards me at this point, man. I feel like we can still be friends, though. You get me? Even though I've 3-0'd you, man. Like, clean. Like, this is a 3-0, in my opinion. This is a 3. If this was battle rap, like, this is clean 30. I'll take it.
You never been in those outlets, in the trenches with us. You never been
These guys are so funny, man. Bro.
Point in the factory store. You don't know.
Do you know what, man? The people will decide. The people will decide if they're gonna be up with me in the palace or down with you, man, in the trenches. You get me? We're gonna know what the people are saying, man. But yeah, good battle, to be fair. Entertaining battle.
Yeah.
You get me? Definitely an entertaining battle, man. But guys, before I let you go, and you guys have been absolutely amazing. I really, really enjoyed this episode, man. And speaking to you guys on the level, like, we kind of alluded to it earlier in regards to the word sneakerhead. And we were kind of referring to sort of the culture. But from your perspective, what do you think the word sneakerhead actually means?
Ooh. I've seen a lot of people answer this question and stuff. For me, like, I'm open to it. I'm open to it being whatever you want. I said earlier, like, I don't know what Sauconys are, really. I don't know. If you have the largest collection of Sauconys in the world, you are definitely a sneakerhead. And I don't know anything about it, right? So it's definitely just open to interpretation. For me, being a sneakerhead more than ever is stuff like Kicks and Coffee. Yeah. Like the way we felt going to those events and having those conversations with people. Like not being exclusionary with who's allowed to be part of the tribe and who's not. I think that's what it's about, man.
I think if you're a sneakerhead, pick the sneakers that you like and own it and enjoy it. And if it's different, then it's absolutely fine as well, because then you can conversate with other people and why you like something different, and then you bring that community into it.
I think it's just about the passion, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. It's about just enjoying it and letting other people enjoy it as well. For me, like, it's got to be an even playing field. Like, you've got to, and for me, I really like quirky Adidas collaborations. That's kind of my thing at the minute. Whereas Max, really likes his 95s. Yeah. Like, neither of us has a more irrelevant opinion than the other. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And I like Jordan 1 Low Ups.
So that's all the sneakerheads out there. Let people be part of it. Yeah. It's not it's not a gatekeep thing. Have conversations. Like, it's already based on consumerism, right, and buying and fashion and things like that. So let people in. It's nice.
Life. I like it. I mean, you guys have put it absolutely perfectly. And I think just for completeness, what we're going to do is we're going to ask Max, Jack, Firm Fridays podcast, from the Firm Fridays podcast. Are you guys sneakerheads?
Yeah, man. We absolutely are. And I love it as
100%,
well.
100%.
More than ever now, and I absolutely love it.
Without a doubt. I'm about to bestow upon you guys the highest honor that I have available to me. Right? So I just want you to understand that this is the best I got. Right? I'm about to give you everything I have.
Yeah.
Right? You are 100% Kicks Chronicles certified sneakerheads.
We did it, bro. We did
Go.
it. We did it. Finally.
It's a pleasure.
All those
Thank
cold
you.
nights.
Certified.
Watching PROZECH try cop Yeezys.
Yeah.
We made it.
It's all
This
come
is
down
what
to
it was
this.
about. Game 6.
Game 6. You guys are legends, right? You guys are the actual best, man. But yeah, 100%, man. You guys, I mean, we've been on. I feel like we've done about 2 hours.
Yeah.
We'll probably cut this down. Might make it a double header. You never know. But yeah, this has been fantastic. It's kind of what happens when you've got like a couple of podcasters that just sit down and have a chat, man. It's just been so smooth, even with some technical difficulties as well, man. But guys, please, if people don't know, and if you're watching or listening to this and you don't know, just shame. But this is your opportunity to know. Let the people that are gonna listen, watch this, let them know what you've got going on, how they can get involved, how they can support FIRMED Fridays.
Oh, man.
Cool, man.
So
what's Firm Fridays, man?
Well, we get together on a Friday and we just have a chat about sneakers. We chat about life. We chat about anything really. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and all the socials. And please just get involved and comment and drop us a message if you like anything as well, because we really like interacting.
Yeah, man.
Stuff like that.
We review a lot of general release pairs. We review hype releases, things like that. So if you come along just for the chat, that's fine. But get to know our reviews as well. Finally, just to let everyone know, we'll be popping up at a few sneaker events throughout the UK this year. I won't give anything away actually just yet, but if you know the big names in the convention scene, come along. You might see us there. We might be up to our same shenanigans as always. But come say hello as well. We're two easy guys. We just love a chat. So
100%.
Without a doubt. I mean, I think at the last Kicks and Coffee, you guys did a little bit of a competition, and someone had to come and find you at a certain time. These guys have always got shenanigans going. So yeah, if any, we've got and this is really, really cool. We have got a number of really cool events. There's going to be another Kicks and Coffee later on in the year. Crep City is happening. I believe Crep City, Manchester's just happened, but there's going to be Crep City in London as well. Sneakerhead Manchester's happening as well, and that's going to happen in London as well. So guys, if you're ever at any of these events and you ever see any one of us, FIRMED Fridays, Kicks Chronicles, PROZECH, all of us, yeah, please come and say hello. We really do appreciate it. It is lovely to speak to people that actually vibe and interact with the podcast. So yeah, feel free to do that. Guys, your social media, all of that sort of stuff, because we need people to just light you man up. Your YouTube as well, let them know.
Pretty much everything is at FIRMED UK on
FIRMED UK.
Instagram, TikTok. YouTube is just FIRMED Fridays.
Yeah,
you'll find us easier with FIRMED Fridays rather than FIRMED, but FIRMED UK on everything. We've got a load of, we give away stuff a lot. We give discount codes out a lot, so it's definitely worth the follow, even if you just want to save some money.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, these guys are really focused on the consumer. You get me? They're focused on helping people get their pairs as well, and letting you guys know what the pairs are saying once you get them in hand as well. So that's definitely a vibe. Guys, make sure to lock in FIRMED UK on majority of platforms, FIRMED Friday on YouTube as well. If you search that, you'll be able to find them. And while you're liking and commenting and subscribing to them, you might as well do a little bit of that for your big boy Prosy. You get me? I'm saying, hit us all up, share the love. Make sure you share the love as well. Let your friends know. You get me? got a couple of heavy hitters here, a couple of decent podcasts. You get me, chatting about different aspects of kicks. These guys are talking about how these feel in hand and a little bit about sort of how to get them and what's knocking about and what's coming out. And I'm talking about the sneaker history of some amazing guests like the FIRMED Friday lads. You get me? Like, so yeah, we've got a lot of space, and yeah, there's definitely opportunity for us to provide you guys with this entertainment. You get me? It's not just either or. You get me? And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get you guys on there, because I think sometimes when we're in similar fields, people think, oh no, if their podcast is doing well, or if what they do is doing really well, then what I'm doing is going to suffer. But I don't believe in that at all. I believe in sharing your platform and continuing to build everybody up. So ultimately, I want you guys to be the best, because if you guys are the best, you guys will bring me up north to your podcast, right? Because you know what I'm saying, and then I'll get all of your followers to listen to mine, and you get all of your followers. I'll get all of my followers to listen to yours, and then everybody listens to everything. You get me? So simple when you put it like that, but I don't know if it works in reality. But we'll try. We'll try, man. We'll try, man. I'll continue to put out this positive energy, continue to reach out to these amazing guests. Guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure to leave those 5-star reviews, because I don't vibe with anything less than 5 stars. You get me? Even if you dislike the podcast, tell me under 5 stars and we can have a conversation. You get me? But yeah, guys, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really do appreciate you, man. You guys are absolute legends. And yeah, guys, everyone that's listening and watching, thank you very much for sharing some time with us today. As I said, do all the things that you're meant to do. We'll continue to reach out and bring on some amazing guests with amazing stories. And yeah, until I see you guys down the roads, please make sure to look after yourselves and stay blessed.
Peace.